Hey guys, it's your boy Sita, and today I'm going to visit a place in Kilifi, and I'm trying as much as possible to spend very little money. So I'm going to try as much as possible to squeeze my budget and to spend a very little money as I can. So any expenses that are not necessary, we are going to cut it off. I'm going to board my matatu to Kilifi. This is the stage where I'm in. I have to mask up. So I'm going to try as much as possible to spend the very little money that I can. Maybe everything on transport and stuff. So I'm going to use the very little money. So as per now, easiest way to travel around is using public means. It's quite cheaper and it's safe because it's a public means. It's much safer than using a private means. Wherever you travel around, use public means. It's easy and it's convenient. Stairs ziko mob.
Itabidi mtazoea tu.
Mimi niko sawa. Unatembeaga? Charity. Wewe unatembea wewe? Ama wewe yako ni kochi tu kwa nyumba?
Niko sawa. Mzee amechoka.
Tukubebe? Jambo? Uko poa? Asante. Oh. Sasa hii ndo nilikuwa nayo kwa mind yangu sasa. Hii ndo nilikuwa nafikiria ngani entrance.
Hapana. Hii ni site office.
Oh. So this is where I thought at first I thought this was the entrance. Okay. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So at this point, you'll go with the introduction.
Okay.
Yeah. So Mnarani, that dates back to the 13th century. It's one of the ancient Swahili sites on the East African coast.
Okay.
That the East African coast reaches from back to the Lamu archipelago that dates back to the 7th and 8th century. Yeah, the Kenyan coast had over 200 Swahili settlements. However, most of the settlements were abandoned due to insecurity and inadequate supply of fresh water. But 5 of these settlements still have a continuous occupation. And these are the Lamu, Malindi, Mombasa, Witu, and Pate. And Mnarani could be one of them, but it was abandoned in the 17th century. And the settlements are denoted to Swahili settlement to reveal the establishment around the coast that is found in Africa. The word Swahili originated from the Arabic word Sahil. Yeah. Then the settlements were independent city-states, both politically and economically. However, and further influenced the Swahili culture.
Okay.
Yeah. Then now Mnarani, these ancient settlements, has some vestiges of 2 mosques. There's one here, another one inside will walk.
Okay.
There are tombs, one with a pillar soaring about 10 meters high, with some decorated tombstones. There are wells, there's a well here. There are mounds of park. Also a good anchorage facility area. Availability of the fresh water, as you can see, there are a lot of mangrove trees around. City before it flourished in the 16th century. That's the time the trade was on its peak. Yeah, and the visitors came in large quantity.
Sure.
Yeah, but it was abandoned in the 17th century due to insecurity, and the fresh water supply was inadequate.
Okay.
Yeah, and now from the 17th century, nature took over. You can see the place is covered with a thick indigenous forest, and it acts now as habitat for some small animals. You can spot the vervet monkeys, the sykes around. So let's have a walk. So this is the main prayer hall.
We're in the mosque now.
Yeah.
By the way, I've not entered a mosque even before.
Yeah, so this is an opportunity.
An ancient mosque.
Yeah, very ancient mosque.
Okay, so the estimation of how old is this place? Like, let's say, for example, this mosque. According to the archaeologists.
So, you are told it dates back to the 13th century. Wow. Now calculate, we are in the 21st century.
900 years.
So, it's approximately 900 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So this is the women's side. The women were not allowed to mix with the men during prayers.
Even today?
Even today.
Oh, so they used to clean themselves there,
Yeah.
and then
this was their place. So reasons.
Does it mean people are very few? Because this space is very small.
So you see, the women coming to the mosque was not compulsory. Even
Same
today.
as here.
Same as here.
This space is so small.
Yeah, so, but the place, you can see it's small, but the Muslims arrange themselves into lines. So this place can carry a big number. As you know, Muslims are not too many around here.
And maybe because
yeah.
of that.
And that time, they were not converted yet. Okay. So the women's side, considered impure, that's why they can't mix with the men. Maybe during their lactating periods, maybe they're on their menses, and they also have a lot of chores at home. Yeah, because every sermon has its prayers. So you are to recite it, cram, master it, then give it to the people.
But you know, Muslim, they have that advantage of madrasa,
yeah.
where you recite
yeah.
the Quran since
yeah.
you are still a kid.
Yeah. So this was like a library, preparation room, the imam. Okay.
Beautiful. It means this place got very few people, because if this was just a place.
So you see it is next to the mosque, you can see.
Yeah.
So this means that the people buried around this place were very important to this city state.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Sure.
So you can see we have the one with the minaret. It's said to be the imam's tomb. The one with the minaret is about 10 meters high. So the minaret, in Swahili we call it Mnara, and that's where the name Mnarani came from. So when you hear of Mnarani Center, Mnarani bus stage, Mnarani schools,
so this is the place they derived
this is where they derived the name from.
Yeah.
So on every tomb, there's what we call had the name of the deceased, the time of birth, the date of death, and some Quranic verse and floral decorations. And he said that the well elaborate the tomb, it shows your high status. Yeah.
I think it is the same as today, because
Yeah.
even today you find some cemetery, there are some writings,
Yeah.
date of birth and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
So, well, dual tombs. We have a couple's tomb where maybe a husband and wife buried.
Okay.
We have extended family tomb. We have the nuclear tomb. So the nuclear can get the father, mother, and child. Then we also have a soldier tomb around as we walk. I'll show you the soldier tomb.
Okay.
So like this one might be individuals. Same to this one was for one very important person. Here, how many do you think it can carry? 2 or 1?
Mention or what?
Yeah. The number of people can be buried in this space.
As per today measurement.
Yeah.
I think it's around 4, because
4.
if you put this way,
Yeah.
around 4. But if you put this way,
Yeah.
it only takes 2.
2. So this one can be said it was a couple's tomb, maybe a husband and a wife. Yeah. Then this one can say it is a nuclear, or also the couples, maybe 1, 2.
Or someone who had 4 wives.
So then this one you can see it was a nuclear, father, mother, so another space for the children. Then this bigger one, the larger one, is now the extended family. So the whole family members were buried here, from maybe the grandmother, the grandfather, the father, mother to the children. Yeah. There are also tombs. This one can be couples.
Just for a single man.
The Arabic languages, some Arabic arithmetics, and it also said from this point, when you are good enough, you are to be taught the vocational training in carpentry, masonry, so that you can also survive. It is also divided into 2, the men's side and the women side. So the madrasa were also used as a court where they settle disputes among themselves. It is also the madrasas. So it is said that this is the first school introduced the Christian education. They were the first people to introduce the Islamic education. Yeah. So the madrasa, you can see that these small openings that were used as the windows. As you know, the Muslims, they don't sit on chairs, they sit on the floor.
These windows are so small.
Yeah, small, but they can. This is the system where the ablution was made, the bodily cleaning. Yeah, and this is the small mosque. So this one, compared to that one, this one was it is older than the other one.
This one is older.
Yeah, this one was built in 1425. Then that one built in 50 years after this one, 1475. Yeah, so these were most of the Mijikenda, the local settlers were converted to Islam. And when you are good, you interacted well with the officials, you had some financial support given to you by them. The mosque, there's this mosque here. This is the first mosque they used before the other one, and it's also called the Mosque of the 12 Lamps. So when their neighbors, the Gala, realized that there are some of their men who were captured here, slaves, they were very hungry, and also they converted Muslims. They considered them as traitors. They left their traditional way of worship and joined the Islamic culture. So they attacked them. Some found refuge at this mosque, but the Gala realized that and burnt the mosque.
The whole place.
Yeah, they burnt the whole place. So some died inside. Some who were captured were used as slaves and also killed. Some were killed. So the mosque, you have the Qibla. This is the Qibla, the preaching point. Next to the Qibla, we have these are like shelves where the holy books were placed. Then we have some holes here where they were used as stands for the lighting. So the candles were placed at these points to provide light. Yeah. So it is also known the Mosque of 12 lamps because the refugees who came to hide themselves here, after it was burnt down, some 12 lamps were found at this point.